Hi everyone, this is Deborah. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about things that annoy me. This is only a partial list, so here we go. People who turn around in my driveway. It makes me want to go, my cameras go off and then I have to look out the window and then I have to see, like yesterday, somebody was delivering some kind of DoorDash and they were using my driveway for my neighbors. You know, I stood out there and just stared at her. So I've come up with a solution. I put my trash cans there if I know I'm not going anywhere for a couple of days. People who walk too slow. Sometimes I want to push them. If I can walk with 2 brand new hip replacements, why can't able-bodied people walk faster? I don't get it. It just it slows me down. Is it the ADD? I don't know. Okay. Noises in a hotel. I remember I was at a hotel in New York and I took my granddaughter. She was about 3 to see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They partied all night long next door. I called down 2 or 3 times. I should have demanded my money back. I don't know. But that is very annoying where other people don't respect the fact that somebody needs to get some sleep. Okay. Women who think they're attractive with those huge eyelashes. I believe natural is better. I don't have fake eyelashes. Everything on my face is real. I've never had a facelift. My fingernails are mine. I don't have the time nor the money to go and get fake nails. And I think the women who do have those fake nails, I'm thinking, how do you clean? How do you clean? Because you're going to mess up your nails. I have to do a manicure every 2 days. Okay. So, and it's the women who have the eyelashes or the extensions and the tattoos and the fake nails, they're on food stamps. That annoys me. Okay. People who don't want to improve themselves. That bothers me. I think everybody should have long-term goals and short-term goals. And if you're not working on those long-term goals, you know, you need to have a purpose in life. There you go. You need goals in order to grow. Not for everybody else, but for yourself. Parents who don't discipline their children. This is a big one. I remember somebody in my own family, we were at a fancy restaurant and the baby had diapers. Now, she had no pants on. So that they plopped the child on top of the table where you eat, and only barrier was the diaper. I could not believe it. No, don't never set your children on top of the table where people eat. And the ones who don't discipline, I remember I was at, Fairview Beach in Stafford County. I was at a bar and this couple was letting their children scream the whole time. Yeah, that's another one. People who disrespect law enforcement. The last guy I was with, we got pulled over, not by one, but by 3 police cars. He was so rude. I knew from being in the police department that they were going to drag him out of the car and handcuff and shackle him. He was that disrespectful. I mean, calling them really bad names that floored me. I was shook up for a week. I don't know, but the cops let him go. I don't know, but to me, that is the ultimate form of disrespect. These police officers give their lives, you know, but there is some bad ones. There's some bad ones out there, so don't get me wrong. Here's one that happened to me at Thanksgiving about, I guess, 7 years ago. I'm the oldest, and I believe that the oldest should sit at the head of the table, or the host, whoever's hosting the event. And so I picked my seat, and somebody moved my plate and glass, and I had already touched it, and the silverware, and they moved it. And I looked at them and I go, why did you do that? Because to me, the oldest should be able to sit wherever the hell they want. And I said, you touched all the stuff to move me. That's not very sanitary. But I realized then that these young kids and this younger generation, they don't give that respect to the ones they should. Okay, so here we go. Parents who coddle their children. That's a big one. If you're coddling your child, they're not going to grow. They're always going to run to you if they stump their toe or if they get in trouble at school. Now, I was very discretionary whenever my children got in trouble. I listened to their side, and most of the time I sided with them, but I never coddled my children. If they got hurt, I didn't run up to them and hold them, because most kids will start crying if they know you just looked at them, So the ones who coddle their children, let them play in the dirt. Let them go outside when it's cold. Just put a jacket on them, but you've got to let your children learn, okay? So, and here's another one. People who are mean to animals. They are defenseless creatures of God. I have seen so many people in my family, and others too, that will hit their animals in the head. They'll kick them. My own ex-spouse did that. I cried for a week when he kicked my little baby dachshunds. Not just a little kick, 50 feet in the air, people. To me, that is, if someone is doing that to animals, they'll do it to a human. So there's a cautionary tale there. If you got somebody who's mean to cats or dogs or horses, that's really bad. That is probably one of the number one things that defines a psychopath. So hope you enjoyed my list. Maybe make your own list or put on the comments some of the things that annoy you. All right. Oh, I forgot. This is the biggie one for this week. When I called my bank 3 times to discuss an online mobile deposit, all 3 times I got somebody who could not hardly speak English. It's a waste of time. From now on, if I get somebody who's got a very thick accent, I'm hanging up, because it's just a waste of time. You can't understand anything they're saying. So that's really, really bad. And they're always from foreign countries. You would think a bank in our country, they would hire Americans who can speak English. But I'm hard of hearing anyway. But it's compounded. I remember when I worked for Walgreens in the pharmacy, our pharmacist had a very thick accent. It got to the point where I would just nod my head. It was that bad. All right, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, people. Bye.